All right, once again, I am on my holidays, so here is a recording of me doing a crossword from way back in the year 2000. And today's, I'm delighted to see, is by the fabled Araucaria. I don't know how you pronounce that, but some of you have mentioned him in the comments. I've seen him mentioned in the Guardian crossword blog. So I think this will be a treat. First, let's have the cryptic clue of the day. Yesterday, sound of London somehow ebbing. Well, the definition was sound of London, Big Ben, the bell, not the tower, and it's an anagram of ebbing. All right, today, question about twisted tail, that's rich. 7 letters. Question about twisted tail, that's rich. Second letter is E. All right, let's see what an Araucaria is like. Last year's winner, not skating, he's got a job. Oh, I don't know. I think last year's winner, I think he's got a job is the definition. Something office worker. But what? So last year's winner. Well, I'm thinking of various competitions where last year's winner, oh, the reigning champ, but they come on and they present the prize to this year. I think like the Oscars. Last year's winner not skating. Oh, yeah, off ice could be not skating. Oh, I'm wondering, was there a Grand National winner called Office Worker? Yeah, because off ice and he's got a job would be a worker. Um, Now that's a very, I think that's not a clue that had a lot of staying power. I think it's a bit dated, unless maybe Office Worker is a very famous winner. And I suppose if you bet on the Grand National every year, you'll remember that. Let me pause, get some water, and look up Office Worker. No, unfortunately, Bobby Joe was the Grand National winner in 1999. So, yeah, this might be something else, and I may be being very unfair to the setter. Yes, but I do think not skating is off ice. Anyway, let's see if the Downs might agree with that. Bunting from church door to lancet window. Oh, I was wondering if it might be a hidden clue, but no, I don't think so. Bunting from church? Or, oh, it might be a type of window. There is, I think, is it an Oriel type window, Oriel? But on church could be CHCE. No. Let's try 22. What makes widow? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, what makes widows at 10 good enough? No idea. Now it's a 12-letter answer, but it's broken up into 5 and 7. Often, I won't say usually, but often that is a compound word that you might write as 2 words, but don't get it. It appears in the spring of an antelope in a moving start. Lovely clue. It appears in the spring, I think might be the definition. Something like a crocus. And then an antelope. Oh, there's so many different antelope varieties. Yeah, I would have thought a moving start might be an anagram of start is going to go around the antelope, whatever that is. So, yeah, I'm now thinking it's not office worker. All right, how about laughs like dry moats? Ah, this word came up recently with my friends. The ditch that was built, I think, to, yeah, let me clear out all of this because now I know this is definitely not right. But on those ancestral, those great grounds, they would build ha-has so the people in the manor house wouldn't have to see the workers. All right, shearer's party hit the hay. Oh, is that a reference to Alan Shearer or just sheep shearers? Hit the hay might be the definition. Like go to bed, hit the hay. No, and there's another 10. Yeah, so I think 10 is going to be important. Playtime for piano among stringed instruments, final heats. I'm wondering if final heats might be, oh, I was going to say quarter final, but we have final right there, so that won't be in the answer. Yeah, is it going to be playtime? Piano is probably going to be P. And that's going to go inside stringed instruments, guitars, violins, viols, harps, lutes. No. Well, let me work with, first of all, does that H, last year's winner, office? Yeah, maybe, well, I still wanted to be office something, but I don't think it is. He's got a job. No, are emphatically he who could be Flemish. Oh, yeah, so could be, I think is like possibly or maybe. One of those are weak anagram indicators, and I don't mean weak in a critical way, but just not as strong, like rearranged or reordered. And so I think we get himself. So emphatically, if you're saying he, especially in Ireland, you might say, is it himself over there? All right, Shearer's party now. Come, hit the hay. No, that's that. Yeah, I think we need 10 to get that one. River of silence with name among the nameless. Oh, well, I was born very close to this river. Silence, if you're telling people to be silent, you might say sh, sh. Nameless can be a non, and a name and goes in between them, and you get the Shannon. That's a lovely clue. All right, ooh, so this, yeah, I mean, funny having, is it going to be an anagram of final heats? I don't think so. Playtime, fun, fun something. Piano among stringed instruments, final heats. No. All right, where else do I have? Oh, well, this now Shearer's party. that word ending in or starting with A, shearer's party. Oh, maybe it's shearer's party could be do. And then a word for, I don't know, I'm very confused by that one. All right, I got excited that I got a few, but let's go back to the across. Oh no, I didn't look at this one. Oh, I didn't look at this one. Work to amuse the audience could be an illusion. Oh, I'm thinking work is our old friend OP for opus, and to amuse might be to tickle. And the audience, literally those who hear, they might hear TICAL, and an illusion could be optical. All right, ooh, let's try 7 down. Bookmaker required, I doubt it. Bookmaker, so I think that's the playful definition, and I think it'll be a phrase that means I doubt it. Could it be you? Are you must be mad? Are for love of God? And is it bookmaker? Excuse me, as in the odds maker, bookie, are literally somebody who makes books, binder. I doubt it. No, don't see it. Oh, was successful about greeting in pseudo-French, not Flemish. All right. So I think we're going to put a word for was successful, which might be won, W-O-N. Ah, yes. And a greeting, excuse me, in pseudo-French. Let me pause. It's only when I laugh, as the fellow says. Well, of course, allo, allo. You put allo inside of one, and you get a Walloon who is not Flemish. Grandma pregnant, she must be kidding. Oh, I'm wondering if a name for grandmother, we've used it in my own family, nanny. And so if I suppose a nanny was, a goat was pregnant, she would be literally kidding. Ah, so what's the bookmaker now? I doubt it. You won't be. Are you want? Oh, required might suggest want. You want your head examined. Yeah, I do want it to be want. I doubt it. I don't see it. And what's the 3-letter? No, still not getting it. Residence home with Dickens leader and servant. I'm thinking it is going to be a servant, and I think it's going to end with Dickens's leader, the D. I want housemaid to work. Residence home. Oh, yeah, but so you can definitely get house from home, but then the MAI, What other kind of maid? Chambermaid. No, I don't see it. Application for cooking meat in church council. I think the definition is application, and I think we're going to anagram meat inside a 5-letter church council. Oh, is that like a local parish church might have a council of parishioners? But I'm thinking it might be one of the famous church councils from history. Ooh, yeah, Lateran Council, but no, there were the ones, the Council of Worms, of course. Could it be, wasn't there one in Worms? Or maybe I'm thinking of the Diet of Worms. Nicaea, I think, had one. Nick a second duck. Yeah, is it going to? Yeah, I think it's going to be AS or a mo. But is that at the end of a word? Like after Nick, you have AS or a mo, and it's going to mean duck. Or AS 3-letter duck means Nick. And of course, Nick can be steal or make a mark on something. Oh, and duck can be O, of course. I don't see it. My husband, also need break with continuity. I'm wondering if it is like a continuity error in a film. Is there some... Yeah, I don't see that. All right, oh my goodness. Ancient city, time insufficient, I'm afraid. Among single characters at liberty, we purchase only seconds. I think that must be the definition. We purchase only seconds, and it's some kind of second-hand shop. The it might be one from literature. What's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing? The something at the end of the universe. Or maybe something like no news is good news or something. Anyway, ancient city is often time T. Insufficient, I'm afraid, might be something you say when you're afraid. Now, very tricky. Well, I think Araucaria has a reputation of being tough. All right, what ones did I skip over? Well, that was my... It appears in the spring. Oh, Valentine's Day. Valentine, maybe? What is that? Oh, yeah, no, Eland, I think, is the... is it Celandine? It appears in the spring. Antelope in a moving start. Well, we only have 4 letters now. But if it is celandine, then office might be right. Oh, in fact, 2 down might be factory. What makes definitely could be a factory of some kind. What makes widows? Oh, golf widows. Good enough. Yeah, but I do think now this is going to be office. All right, let me pause and look up celandine. Yeah, there is a flower called celandine. It can be a type of poppy, or there's also one in the buttercup family, so I'm not sure which one you have in Britain. So that leaves CINE, a moving start. I presume that's an anagram. It's an anagram of nice, but I don't know how nice is start. No, and of course I don't have 15 squared to fall back on. So you're going to have to put me out of my misery and explain that one to me. All right, last year's winner, office something. I'm going to go ahead and put in factory here. And then this one, bunting from church door. Oh, I think it is a hidden clue. OR. So yeah, it must be bunting from church as the definition, and then door to lancet. I think window is a very clever hidden indicator that it's a window within those 3 words. Let me look up ortolan. Oh my goodness, it's a bird, a bunting, an ortolan bunting. So I think the church, I don't know, I've understood it, and I may be wrong, of course, what do I know? But I always understood if you had a hidden clue, you shouldn't really put in a superfluous word, but maybe somehow the ortolan as a bird has something to do with church. So maybe there's some meaning there I'm not aware of. All right. That was my shearers. Lamb something. 10 with ya, don't know that, that's my that's that. Wife and child I leave in agricultural building. Oh, well, I immediately got child I leave. Child could be a bairn, and if the I leaves, it becomes a barn. So now we need a word for wife in agricultural building. Well, maybe just because we had it in another clue. I'm wondering if there's something called a widow barn, and maybe the I leave is very sneakily applying literally to the child and then metaphorically to the wife. But it would mean this one. Ooh, so now if that is a servant. Oh, maybe it's a resident. Oh. I bet it's a nationality. So I think home is in. I'm home, I'm in. Then Dickens leader. And I want it to be Indonesian, but no, that's not right. Maybe another, just a general term for a resident in something. And might be literally and. Ah, but we need a servant then. Butler. No. But then this wife and child. I leave in Yeah, I don't know what kind of barn that might be. He slept wrongly with Scots girl. All right, well, that's a strong anagram indicator, wrongly. So it's a Scots girl's name, I suppose. He slept. I can't think of any. Steffel, is that a Scots girl? Oh, it could be. Well, it could be Walter. No, Walter Scott had two T's, didn't he? So I thought it might be Sneaky, one of his characters. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Oh, how about Elspeth? Ah, yeah, I like that. I wouldn't have known it was Scots, but I can believe it. Following notes in following part exchange. Following notes. Yeah, I think maybe following is the definition. Something up, something on, but I don't get it. Romance in a long dress was said to have finished Mozart. Maybe it's yeah, what is Mozart allegedly? Yeah, I know the whole thing in the film and the play about Salieri killing him is not considered likely by historians, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to look up Mozart. I need some help. Well, Wikipedia says there's a whole bunch of different things that might have caused his death. Acute rheumatic fever, infection, trichinosis, influenza, mercury poison. Oh, mercury is 7 letters. How would that be? Romance in a long dress. I don't see that. Yeah, so I'll keep it in mind, but I don't think it's going to be Mercury. Back at last, steed wouldn't start. No, and that was the what makes something factory, what makes widows. At 10, of course, it would be great if I could get my 10. Good enough. No. My ancient city time. All right. So it's. Oh, now there's something funny going on here. It should highlight all 3 of these, I think. But it doesn't seem to handle when all 3 say, because I think we have our 3, 4, and then I think we have the 6, 2, 4, and then we have 3, 4, which isn't properly marked. Something and something. Yeah, don't get that. All right, well, the top half isn't looking as bad as I thought it might be. I really need to get one of these long ones, though. Bookmaker required. I doubt it. All right, I'm going to pause and think about what phrase might fit in here that means I doubt it. No, I'm really struggling to get this. You want, you won't, for want of. No, but I was just thinking of phrases for office and thought, and I was actually considering that that might be lamb, got me office holder. And so I think last year's winner um, might be someone who won an election there was an election in 99, wasn't there? And then not skating office. And he's got a job, I think, is holder. Don't quite get that. Anyway, so could this be lamb hit the hay? Oh, hit could be lamb. And then a word for hay. That's B-A. No, I don't see it. All right, even though I don't know what 10 is, I think it's going to be either final heats or playtime. Something with real potential, never finishing. Oh, never finishing could be eternal. So can I work backwards? Oh, I think it's actually the number 10, TEN, plus real, and potential is another one of those sneaky anagram indicators. Potentially by rearranging the letters. All right. Now here's either my resident or servant. I think it's resident in like a resident expert. And then what's servant? Valet. I don't think it's valet. Yeah, I think it has to be 6 letters, unless we have and in there. Indent. I don't think that's a word. So ind servant. No. And that. I'm going to look up widow barn and see if that's even a thing. All right, I went down a rabbit hole with widow's walk, widow's watch, but there is something called a Dutch barn. And of course, your wife might be your old Dutch. I suppose it's short for Duchess, but anyway, at least that confirms the inn plus D for Dickens. But I still don't know. Resident. No. Ooh. My husband also need break with continuity. Yeah, so maybe the definition is maybe Araucaria referring to himself as a setter of some kind. But my husband, ooh, that H might be husband. Oh, also might be and then need maybe. And then break with continuity. Like a new start. Oh, my could be, of course, core or some other exclamation. No, I don't see it. Here's my ancient. Well, I already had that A. Yeah, I think I already had all these letters. I do have a T now. Cooking meat in church. Application cooking meat in church council. Oh, there is the elect, right? Would be in a church council. Could that be? And then an anagram. I have MAT. Elatamect, elamatect. No, I don't think so. But application, I do like it being a meant word. So I think I still have to get my T and A in between the E and M. Application. Or it could be something meant. Following notes in following part exchange. I mean, is there a phrase, part exchange? I've never heard of that, but maybe there is. Maybe that's the definition. But, and of course, notes, do, re, mi, or A, B, C. No, not seeing it. Nick a second duck. I mean, could it be a mo, o, a sec, o? Is that Nick? Well, maybe it's a famous Nick. Can't think of one. All right, he is a tricky dicky, Mr. Araucaria. Okay, I'm getting to desperation time. I'm going to put in Mercury. Romance in a long dress. Now, I think a long dress might be something in a robe. I'm going to go ahead, though, and check this one. No. Oh, funnily enough, the R is right. All right, said to have finished Mozart. Oh, maybe it is Salieri. I said his name. Oh, my goodness. So let's see. Romance, I think might be a lie. Oh, that's a very crafty synonym. Yeah, a romance and a lie. All right, if I want to accuse someone of lying, I can soft pedal it by saying they're creating romances. And the long dress, of course, is a sari. All right, my husband, ooh, and break with my husband. Oh, could it be literally also? Oh, maybe also need break. An anagram? Let's see, 14 letters. Oh, my husband also is 14. And so maybe you need to break that and we get continuity. Something like holding, or let's try the anagram helper. My husband also, which would explain the odd way of writing it. My husband also. Shuffle continuity. Where's the Y going to go? Oh, a busman's holiday. Ah, that's a very crafty definition of continuity. Yeah, I think that's right, though. Now we do get a, well, surely I should have thought of the word bet. Oh, you want to bet. Yeah, of course, so obvious when I think of it. I think maybe because I say it in a sort of more American way. You want to bet. Anyway, oh, could this be treatment? Oh, the Council of Trent. Ah, yes, there we go. Application and treatment. I suppose there's some sense where they mean the same thing. Here's our following. Notes in following. Oh, a part exchange, of course. Yeah, would be a trade-in. Following notes in following. I don't quite get that. Do, re. Yeah, I don't understand that one either. I'm going to assume it's right. All right, this must be the ancient city time. What was there? Ancient city beginning with, oh, Thebes, I think. Ah, the best something. Oh no, the best things in life are free. All right. We purchase only, oh, I think seconds. Oh, I think that's very clever. I think it might be the second letters of, is it? No, I don't think there's enough words, are there? Yeah. Among single characters at liberty, we purchase EUNE. No, I thought it might be the second letters. But surely that's the answer. The best things in life are free. Thebes, tea time. Insufficient, I'm afraid. Among single characters, well, at liberty is free. Um, yeah, I can't fully parse that, but I think that has to be right. All right, so I still haven't got 10. Oh, I do have a nice Y there. Good enough. Oh, yes. Satisfactory would be good enough. Um, yeah, is that 10 also just an anagram of the word 10? No, there's no N. All right, this might be, oh, it might be, could it be an anagram of satisfactory? It is 12 letters. Um, yeah, the stringed instruments, could they be lyres? Playtime, fantasy. No. All right, Nick, a second. Oh, a duck would be a teal. All right, that A really threw me off, but second is S, duck is a teal, and Nick is steel. All right, it's not fantasy. What is that? Playtime for piano. Oh, funeral. Funeral pyres. Wow. So final, excuse me, final heats. Yeah, final heats is the definition. I think playtime might be fun. Oh, fun era playtime for piano among lyres. Yeah, P-L-Y-R-E-S. Yeah. And so then what makes widows Yeah, I don't get the why we're referring back to 10. Satisfactory. No, I don't get that. All right, back at last. Steed wouldn't start. Oh, to back might be to endorse. Oh, definitely should have thought of endorse. At last, Steed wouldn't start. I don't get that. Oh, as at last is end, and a steed is a horse, but without it starting H. All right. Ooh, I think there might be a word, indweller. Excuse me, but that would make the servant a weller, not a servant I'm familiar with. I don't think it's Paul Weller, but I think that may be right. I'm going to leave it in. And now hit the, oh, hit hay might be bale. A shearer's party, a lamb ale. Is that maybe traditionally a celebration among sheep shearers or something? Anyway, that was quite a battle. I doff my cap to Araucaria. I don't think there was a theme. We had Flemish twice, but yeah, anyway, let me check all. There we are. It is correct. All right, well, not much else to say about that. If you have any memories, some of you have shared some of his clues before. If you have any memories, let me know. Thanks as always for watching and have a great day.